to teens sharing nude photos via cell phone, but it's also happening on other devices, and the web isn't an exception. This can have serious legal and psychological consequences, so why go through this? We all might be asking each other the same question. However, believe it or not, this happens more often than most people think. During my speech, I will inform to you the problems that sexting causes, how it is very common among teenagers, and lastly, on what we could do to solve this problem. With this said, I will introduce my first topic, which is why is sexting a problem? Sexting is a big problem among teenagers. In some cases, kids are responding to peer pressure in the form of cyberbullying or pressure from a boyfriend or girlfriend. And when they break up, these pictures get sent around as a form of revenge or just like payback. Sometimes it can also be because of impulsive behavior, flirting, or even blackmail. Teens know sexting could affect their future careers and have social ramifications, but they do it anyway, says Bill Albert, spokesman for the national campaign to prevent teen and unplanned pregnancy. As mobile phone may increase among teens and children, so has sexting, says Joelle Haber, a clinical psychologist. This now brings me to my next topic, which is how is sexting very common among teenagers? Sexting is very common among teenagers. Roughly 20% of teens admit to participating in sexting. According to a nationwide survey by the National Campaign, sexting is a disturbing new trend among teenagers. 15% of teenagers who have sent or posted nude or semi-nude images of themselves say they have done so to someone they know online. 48% of teenagers say they have received such messages. 66% of teen girls and 60% of teen boys say they did it to be flirtatious, which is the most common reason. All these statistics come from the National Campaign survey. This is very dangerous and very real, which leads me to my next point. What could we do to stop this? The solution is simple. Parents, talk to your kids about this and inform them on all the dangers about it. If your child has sent any nude pictures of themselves, make sure they stop immediately, says family psychiatrist Patricia Keene. Explain to them that they're at risk of being charged with producing and distributing child pornography. Some experts advise that you report the photo to your local police, but consider that while intending to protect your child, you could also incriminate another. Also, consider talking with other teens and parents involved based on what you've learned. Sexting is dangerous, and if your child is doing this, serious consequences should be made against them. Today, I have talked to you about the problems that sexting causes, how it is very common among teenagers, and lastly, on what we can do to solve this problem. According to a new study by the Pew Research Center, 15% of cell phone owners between the age of 12 and 17 years old have received nude or nearly nude pictures on their cell phones. Many of these children are now in jail, and some even have committed suicide. Like I said before, sexting is not a game. Children have to be educated about what's wrong with sexting, and that means involving parents to monitor their children, says Jonathan Keene, Outreach Coordinator. Now, if all this isn't alarming, then what is?